Whether it's character customization, house and wand choosing, all things Hogwarts Legacy, I'm going to be covering in the coming weeks. In this video, we're going to be covering wand mistakes that you should definitely avoid, how to prepare and select a specific wand, and also how to import a physical wand into Hogwarts Legacy, plus a bunch of other tips and more. What's up, world? It's Trevor here back in with another video, and today we have all things special related to Hogwarts Legacy. Now let's first start off with something that's actually confirmed, which is from the Warner Brothers Games Twitter account, and it's basically the confirmation that once you select a wand and a house, after a certain point in the game, after the ceremonies, you will no longer be able to change those things. Of course, your house won't be able to be changed, but you won't be able to change your wand either. However, once we jump into the pre-planning section here, I will showcase that you do have a lot of time to change the wand that you want. So there will be chances to change your wand and house before the official lock-in and ceremony selection. Okay, so let's just start off with this website that some people have been talking about. It's been around for quite a while, and surprisingly, I didn't even really hear about it until recently. But there's actually a website where you can take a quiz for your house, for your Patronus, and your wand, and this will give you exactly what it does according to how you answered the quiz questions and how it kind of pertains to those houses in general. But for the meantime, we're going to stick with the wands for this video. I might go into other stuff in another video, but we're just going to jump into the wands. So for the wand quiz, I just did one on a dummy account just really quick to see what I could come up with. And again, this is going to be how that you can pre-select and actually have your wand selected before the game even comes out. So this is like a pre-thing that you can do and have it all lined up. Now, granted, what you can do is you could just make a bunch of different accounts, or there are a bunch of things online I think already that, and I'll have in the comments down below if there's like basically like a little guide on how to pick exactly which wand that you want specifically, but this will give you a kind of rundown of it and how to go through some of these questions and get the wand that you would like. And you can have some fun with this. Like I said, you can make a bunch of accounts, and then once you find exactly which one that you want, then you can link that account to your Warner Brothers account, and then also linking that to your Steam account or wherever you purchase the game. But once you're done answering those wand questions, I think there's only about 7 of them, they will give you a wand with even a core and all this different stuff. It's going to tell you exactly which wand that you have and all the different dynamics of it, like the length and the core and the type of wood that's used or whatever material. And then if it's flexible, I don't know the other choices. I only went through one, so I'm not sure of like all the individual dynamic choices there. Then that leads me on to the next aspect of this, and that's actually that you can have a physical wand be put into the game. Now, it is dependent on the wands from the specific store that they offer these wands on, but it is kind of a cool touch. Now, there is 2 types of wands from what I can tell, and the first type of wand is kind of expensive. It's $150, and it basically connects with, it's called a magic caster wand, and I believe it connects with a app that you can use on your phone, and then you could do some kind of cool stuff on your TV, so it'll connect to your smartphones and also your smart TVs, and I think you can also have it linked from what it looks like to, if you have lights connected to your Wi-Fi devices, you can also control your lighting and have a bunch of things tied with that, so that aspect of it is pretty cool. The others are just normal wands, and they are a lot lower priced, between $38, $40, and some are $80. I guess it probably depends on the material and probably the popularization of the character itself, but there are a ton of wands to select on here, and from my understanding, any of these wands that are on this page will be able to be used inside the game. Now, there is quite a bit, and so maybe they don't get all of them, but from my understanding, how they made it seems like any wand from this page will be able to be used in the game. And I do think it's an overall nice touch just to have something more toned to like the RPG playstyle, have something in real person, and have this like item and you can kind of cherish it. Yeah, it's a little gimmicky and it's a little overpriced, probably on the higher end side, but overall I think it's a nice touch, and it's kind of like one of those things. It's there if you want it, and if you don't really want it, then you can get something else and just use the in-game options and the quizzes and stuff like that. Now, as I said before, you really want to be careful when selecting your wand, because this choice does matter, especially as your house as well, because once you get past the ceremony point, you will not be able to change those options. And that's why I said it's probably best that you create multiple accounts for this website and then kind of go through and you can pre-select and get everything ready to go, especially with your house and your Patronus and the wand. You can kind of see how each question has its weighted effects on there. I'm going to go ahead and link a guide down below that I'm going to at least try to find one. There's one that I saw that like shows you how to get the Elder Wand, but I didn't find anything that like has all of the wands specifically to each house or to each person, or again to each specific different thing, because there's probably a ton there. Now there is actually 38 different wood types, so there's a ton of different things that can kind of get mixed out here dynamically, especially when you're going through these questions. I'm surprised there's not more than 7 quiz questions. Hopefully there's a little bit more broader range in game, although I would assume they're probably the same. And there also are 3 different core types, and again, this is a lot dynamically. 3 core types, 38 different wood types. There's also the length that your wand is going to be, so there's a ton of different things in here that's like going to change things dynamically by a lot. So it's going to be kind of hard to have exactly an extensive guide unless someone already has it or they've already decoded into the website. So unless that's out there, it might be a bit better to just make the multiple accounts and kind of see what you come up with for each one. That's what I'm doing, at least, to see what kind of wands that I want to get or see what kind of wands that I can get. I'm doing more like a basis question for myself of like what I would just answer for myself, and then ones that I would want to answer if I could, if I was like in an actual game. So kind of like a realistic one, and then one that I would answer if I was in this mystical world. And again, I'm gonna have everything that I talked about down in the links down below, so you can kind of customize and do all your stuff yourself and see with each different thing. I'm gonna have the core stuff down below, so you can look up all the descriptions of all the different cores, as well as the wood types, so you can see exactly what type of wood that you kind of maybe want to use or kind of want to gear yourself towards, and try to see if like you can kind of game the quiz yourself with that information. I'm also going to have that store that I linked down below. This is all on the Wizarding website page, so it's pretty easy to find, but I'm also going to have the location of that store so you can kind of see. It was kind of hard to get to the store location. I had to do a little bit of finagling to get there, so I think having that specific link down below will help people, because the button that I was clicking to click for the wands wasn't working and all that mess, so I'll have that specific link for the exact wand shop down below as well. But that does about cover it for the wand guide, etc. More so on the pre-prep guide, and just trying to help overall with being able to select a wand. I know this is probably going to be a big ordeal for people, and they're going to want to, maybe even recreate their characters several times. It always happens with RPG games where you're like constantly searching through different things, and you don't know exactly what you want, and you're kind of scared on picking an option. So I think this will help people, especially being able to prepare for the wand in the house, and the Patronus selection also seems like there's going to be something there. Now, I probably will have a video detailing the house selection and the Patronus selection. I just want to do a bit more research into those departments before I release that video. I also kind of want to do a document series of where I'm doing each thing, so this one is specific to wands. I didn't want to clutter in too many things or make the video too long. But if you guys want to hear more about Hogwarts Legacy and a bunch of other games upcoming, I'm going to be doing a bunch of news videos and a bunch of different types of videos, so I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, whatever. But I really appreciate it, and until the next one, deuces.